Hello, and welcome to the podcast, Intimate Knowing. I'm Autumn.
And I am John. I'm the other half.
He is my other half. And we are a husband and wife. Fair to say that you're my husband? I don't know.
We're married.
We're married. And on this podcast, we explore and discuss the habits and perspectives of healthy and happy marriages. So I wanted to pause here really quick and emphasize that the explore and discuss part. We really do mean like we are exploring and discussing real time with you guys. Relationships have been important to us for forever.
For our entire relationship.
Even beyond that, I think we both grew up in fairly dysfunctional homes, which I don't think is uncommon.
No, I don't think it's uncommon. I think good relationships with anybody, I think, is difficult.
And rare.
And only few people do it well.
Yes.
And I think we know those people.
We do.
And we're like, how?
Yes.
I think that everyone knows that one or two persons that just do
it well.
Do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's always been our pursuit. For myself, I, kind of grew up in a lot of toxic family dynamics. And then as I kind of approached adulthood, I kind of gave myself freedom to think about relationships and kind of explore healthier relationships and kind of forge those relationships. And if I say relationships one more time,
I know, yeah.
Forge those and focus on those and really kind of study them to figure out
dynamics.
Oh, that's a good one. And kind of figure out what it was that felt so good and how to articulate that and understand it and repeat it in other relationships in my life.
We're basically doing science. We're doing relationship science.
And then from there, I met John, and then we really kind of forged that together. He came in kind of guns blaring with his, what was I going to say?
Attitude.
Boundaries. Not attitude, but his boundaries. He really if you've been following me at all on Instagram, I talk a little bit about this, but he really said I don't want to fight. I don't want to bicker. If that's how we're going to communicate, then we can just end this right now because that's not something I want to be a part of.
That is true. One of the first things I did say, on a date, where it was I want to communicate well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're unable to communicate well, then this is not going to work out, and that's okay.
Right. And I mean, thankfully we were very compatible in that way because I also grew up in a yelly household and I did not enjoy that dynamic at all. So I was very on board with, yes, I am really willing to do that. Now, I think everybody kind of goes into relationships with that goal, but I think that we've actually been able to achieve that goal.
Yeah. For 99%.
Yeah.
To say that you're not going to get frustrated or angry or yell at any point in your marriage, I think is unrealistic, and I think everyone knows that.
Right.
But to say that is the basis or the pattern of the relationship, I would fully disagree with that, at least with ours.
I agree. And then from there, us learning, we've been married almost 15 years now, so constantly learning and refining in that. And then we became parents on top of that. And then parenting, for any of you who have children, know that really challenges your understanding of relational dynamics and how you want to show up for your kids. And I think that especially having kids who tend to be on the more emotional side, it even adds an extra layer of complication and complexity that we have to really work through. And we have really, I think, tried to support each other and identify each other's strengths in that so that we can go through those moments as gracefully as possible. So that's a little bit of our background on relationships and why they're so important to us. But you can ask our kids, if we brought a kid in right here right now and we asked them, what is our biggest goal as your parents? What would they say?
I'm not sure. What is if we were to ask them?
Yeah, well, what do you think they would say? What do we always tell them is our biggest goal as people?
We want them to be functionally literate people, like adults,
Mm-hmm.
be able to communicate well,
mm-hmm.
to be able to live out in the world
Mm-hmm.
and understand relationships with each other,
Mm-hmm.
with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and with the world around them.
Yeah.
We want them to be able to pour into the community
Mm-hmm.
and have the community pour back into them.
Mm-hmm. And be able to show up healthfully.
You put me on the spot there.
Sorry. But the heart of that really though is we always focus on, we want them to be able to relationship well.
That's true.
Really recently we switched. I think we talked earlier about them being primarily homeschooled. It was a hybrid homeschooling. They were still in the community, but primarily homeschooling to now in public school. And that, I think, is the one piece of feedback that I have received for each child, is that they really are emotionally mature. They show up and they know how to forge relationships with people, and that's really rewarding for us, because that
Sure.
has been our focus for all of our parenting journey. So I think
It's
it
for them
also
to be decent people out
yes
in public.
yes, and I think that that is evidence of how seriously we have taken this study, this scientific experiment, if you will, of trying to do our best to really relationship well with each other in our parenting, in our communities. And obviously we fall short in areas which we will cover over time.
Speak for yourself.
But I just really wanted to kind of give you guys an understanding of the heart of this podcast is really not to talk just about ourselves. That is what it has been up to this point. We're going to talk a little bit more about why we're investing so much time in the storytelling aspect of our relationship specifically. But there is more coming. There is, relationship topics and hopefully special guests and things like that.
But I think we're talking about it because the communities that we've all been a part of, at least that we've been a part of, and then people that we reach out to, is they're missing that relationship like dynamic of like, oh yeah, well after 2 years then the real fights start, and then you just kind of deal with that for the next 30 years.
Right.
It's like, no.
Right.
So we're trying to
Yeah.
start the people that are beginning their marriages well, and the people that have been fighting for 20 years. Hopefully we can go, hey,
Shine some
let's try to work on ourselves, and then as working on ourselves we can work on a relationship, like what I'm putting in, what you're putting in, and what I need, and good way to communicate that.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is why we're doing this podcast in a nutshell, just to kind of give more context. And today we are going to talk more about ourselves. Fun. But this is a highly requested story. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry. Really quick before we jump into that. He had mentioned that I don't know if he mentioned it specifically, but we have run into time and time again people telling us like, how is your relationship this easy, this healthy, this happy? Like, you can tell when you guys look at each other, when you talk to each other. Like, I've been part of what we call accountability groups, which is just kind of more intimate setting friendships that really go deep in marriage and parenting and life and all of those things, and really get transparent and vulnerable. And consistently when I show up there, the one thing that I say is like, my marriage is great, I'm really sorry. And I always like feel bad because that's not everybody's experience as much as I would like it to be. And I often have people like kind of wanting to like sit with that and reflect and kind of peel that open, like we do how, and it's hard to kind of tell
articulate
people
it,
because
especially when you're like you have a handful of ladies,
right,
and everybody's trying to get a turn in these 2 hours,
right,
and it's like, do you have a few hours a week to
right
talk?
So that's what this podcast really is, because I don't think it's unique to those circles. I think that this is really kind of an epidemic in our culture, and I wanted this space and the time to kind of explore why that is and invite you guys to challenge us on certain issues, or not issues, but like things that we put forth, like beliefs that we have that may work for us, or that we have kind of assumed the reason for. Maybe you have insight that we don't have, and so we want.
And that's
to
happened a few
you.
times in your comments even.
It has, yeah.
Which it'll like, she'll say something to get a rise out of some people, which is fine.
It's
and
content. There's
it's
a goal.
content.
Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a game
So
there.
some people reach out and be like, "Oh yeah," and then that kind of triggers you into like this, like, okay, now that they're engaging with me, I can explain what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about it, and then maybe even address what they're saying with your own rebuttals of like, hey, I see that you're saying that. Maybe I never thought of that, or I think that you're not getting what I'm saying, but this is actually, a little less rage baity, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I do that to increase engagement, but if anybody ever does put like a contrary comment or a hate comment on anything that I post, I never come back with like a clap back or an anger. I mean, there was that one that we'll talk about that one in a second, but but usually if somebody disagrees with my premise, I'm like, tell me more about that. Why is that? Why do you disagree? What is different about your experience than my experience? Educate me, because I do have a very limited experience of my one singular marriage that has been happy the entire time. So it's hard for me to connect with people who haven't had that experience,
that have been struggling with the same amount of time.
right?
For sure.
So yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
We
That
also
is
don't
something.
necessarily think it's one person in the relationship.
No, it's a dynamic.
It is a dynamic.
Yeah.
And if you're struggling, let's say you're perfect and you're struggling with the other person, like, we get that not every relationship is like, oh, do these steps and you're good.
Right.
It's like each person has to put in 100%.
Right.
I have to work on myself and be happy. She has to
Mm-hmm.
work on herself and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
If she's missing something, I can help her get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if she needs something from me, she should be mostly put together
Mm-hmm.
and then ask for those pieces that she needs.
Right.
And then I will support her in any endeavor that she has
Mm-hmm.
because I love her. I
That's
love
nice.
her. And she'll do the same for me.
Yeah. And I think that that's where like a lot of my message is getting lost for some people, is they're thinking that I'm telling them, well, if you just show up to the relationship happy, then your relationship will be happy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I think a lot of the time we get so lost in our experience that it's hard to tell the source of our unhappiness. So
True.
if we are investing all or trying to derive all of our joy from our relationship or our sense of, you know, stability or well-being or self from our identity and our experience in the relationship, and that's either not being reciprocated, or it's that whatever the partner is able to contribute to that is not enough, and they're not able to meet all of your sense of identity and all of your emotional stability, that's really a lot to put on a person. But if you can start as a whole person, standing on your own, happy, and arrive at the relationship, and then you can see, oh, these things aren't working. Or maybe you find out, oh, the problem wasn't the relationship at all. It was me and how I was interacting because of how unhappy I was, because I wasn't driving joy and fulfillment the way that I should be in my own life. So that was something that I just posted about, that I got a lot of responses on from women who are very upset and resentful and bitter in their relationships, which, I mean, there may very well be real reasons for that. And, you know, sometimes that may look 1,000 different ways. It may look like an unwilling or shut down partner, stonewalled, contemptuous partner,
Even abusive.
abuse is like, I always try to put
we
that
don't-
caveat.
We're not saying like every relationship
Mm-hmm.
is the best relationship. We're just trying
Right.
to say, hey, if you both want to work on your relationship, this is
Mhm.
going to be good for you.
Exactly.
If there's an unwilling participant, then there's only so much you can do.
Right.
And then that you can seek help for
Mm-hmm.
a little bit differently.
Right. And I think
But
that
working on yourself still is
Yes.
important even in those moments.
Absolutely. And I think those are the moments where, like, you know, couples counseling and therapy and yada yada, like, those are the times when maybe those are a little bit more helpful. But I want to empower people in unhappy or stale or, you know, distant relationships. There's not really like a big thing that happened. There's not abuse happening, there's not infidelity happening, but there's just distance that's growing. I want to empower people and give them the tools to make changes in how they're thinking and the choices that they're making independently, so that they can show up to that relationship as their best self and with the best potential for making that relationship work.
For making happiness throughout your life,
Right.
not just for one part or one piece.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. We
The
got
purs-
sidetracked
The
there.
pursuit of happiness.
Yes. I think I said that in a post today. I was like, ooh, founding father over here. Okay. So now that we've covered all that, we're going to talk about how we met. This is a reel that I made that went super viral. It was, I knew my husband was a green flag because he did these 5 things when we first met. And we're going to kind of talk about that here.
So,
Not specifically, just kind of.
I'm not 100% sure how many green flags there are.
You are the green flag. You are the walking green flag, the massive green flag.
Okay.
It's intimate knowing. Okay, we could say that here. Go ahead.
You're making it weird.
Your face
Okay.
made it weird.
Your face made it weird. So I was coming back from a deployment.
Mhm.
A handful.
You had just gotten back from a deployment.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But we were getting back.
Fair.
And then a handful of guys were talking about, hey, we should go up to Oregon and go snowboarding.
Mhm.
That was super fun.
Mhm.
So we got like, I think it was like 5 or 6 people together. And their significant others for the most part, whoever had them. We took a 4 or 5 day trip
Mhm.
out at Mount Hood. It was pretty sunny the first day, and then the other days were like a storm. So it was like a fresh hill every time you went down, and it was really awesome because there was only like 50 people there on the whole resort.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it was super cool.
And it was your first time snowboarding.
It
right?
was my first time snowboarding. And then I was pretty much champion after that.
He actually was. He was actually really good.
I don't know about a champion. The whole first half of the first day was a struggle, and then I got okay, and then like the fourth day I think I was pretty decent.
And there was lots of video.
There's lots of video, and then there's lots of big like powder. So even if I fell or crashed, it didn't hurt. So I had not a lot of fear. So that was
helpful.
I think that was really a really big help. Is I wasn't scared to like break my limbs or anything.
It's always helpful to not be fearful.
So that's pretty much how that went down. Then we were all getting ready to leave. A friend of mine was like, "Hey, we're driving down to San Diego." That's where I was stationed at the time. Was like, "Hey, I'll give you guys a ride, or I'll give you a ride." And I was like, "I already bought my plane ticket. I do not want to be a third wheel. I'm gonna just take the plane ride. It's gonna take me 2 hours to get home. Have fun with your 18-hour drive. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that."
Yeah.
And so that's basically how I got onto the plane in Oregon. Do you want to do any of your lead up?
So I was going to visit my brother for the first time. Like, it was my first like solo flight. He was stationed, I guess, because he was Air Force at that time. He was stationed in Philadelphia.
He was in a lot of different things.
He was.
He did it all.
He does everything.
He still does it all.
He still does everything.
I like that guy.
He goes 110% everything he does. But I was going to visit him and his wife in Philadelphia. I did not get on a plane in Oregon. I was living near Sacramento at the time, so I was in the airport getting on the plane in Sacramento.
Should I
Yep.
should I take over now?
So I'm sitting in I remember I had a little notebook, a little blue notebook that I bought at like the airport
Spencer's
store.
Gifts.
Ew, no. The airport store. I was like making a whole little moment of it. It was my first like solo trip, so I was like sitting with my little
Journaling.
notebook, journaling about
Classic journal.
my adventures so far.
A classic journal. And then so how that went down. It was a very short trip from Oregon to Sacramento. I don't remember any part of that other than normal drink stuff. That's it.
That's it.
I deboard the plane in Sacramento. I get in line to get on the next plane, my little layover. I saw a hottie, a little cutie, little red-haired cutie. And I was like, that'd be cool if she was sitting by herself, because we're on Southwest, because I'm a cheap boy, and I'm like, pick your own seats. I'm gonna pick
that seat.
I'm gonna pick this seat.
So
And that's kind of how that went down.
yeah.
So you got on the plane first.
I did get on the plane first. He saw me at the terminal. I didn't see him. I get
With my
onto the plane.
binoculars.
Yeah, stalking me.
Yeah.
I get onto the plane. I sit, I think somewhere like the emergency row or something.
No, I think you
near
were
there.
You were a couple rows back from the emergency in
Yeah.
the window seat.
He knows more than I do. I sat down in the window seat. I had my iPod. These were the days of iPods.
So I will say, people give me a grief about this part of the story.
Oh,
About just talking to you because you're cute.
we're not there yet.
Sorry.
This is our entire marriage.
My
We're
bad.
not there yet. So I have my little iPod in. I'm listening to music. I'm playing solitaire on my iPod. And as I'm sitting there, I look up and I see this very handsome
I'm walking down.
gentleman. I'm like, holy cow, that guy is cute. I better not look at him. And so I put my head down and I keep playing my solitaire and mind my business.
So as it goes, I'm walking down the aisle, and I see out of the corner of my little eye a little cutie. So I'm like, oh, open seat. So then I sit down. There's 3 seats. So it's her empty seat, me. So I'm like, oh, awesome. And then I started looking up.
Well, he came to the bro and he asked first. He looked.
Oh, yeah,
He
I
got
did.
my attention that I was
Say,
trying
hey,
to ignore him.
Okay, firstly, I was trying to communicate because obviously I'm just trying to talk to you. So I did say, hey, is anyone sitting here? It's
Yeah.
pick your own seats. No one's there. I know no one's there. She knows no one's there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to this lady.
And I pull out my headphone. Oh, what? Yeah, go ahead. Go
Okay.
sit. And he puts his
Don't mind if I
he
do.
puts his stuff up. I remember
Oh,
you had
yeah,
a great
yeah.
big jacket because you were on your snowboarding trip.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
pushed that up in the little bin.
I did.
And then you sat down. I literally didn't even see him sit down because I was doing such a good job of minding my own business.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
So I sit in my seat and I see, I was skinnier at the time. I see all these like 300-pound people walking by. And I was like, someone's going to sit right in between us. And that's going to make it so awkward for me to talk to this lady. So I said, I get up really fast and I scoot and I sit right next to her. Now there's an empty seat. Now it's her, me, empty seat. And I'm like, yeah, that was kind of awkward, but no one seemed to care. She's not paying
I
attention
did
that
not even
much.
see him do this.
Everyone sits down. No one else is loading. There's still an empty seat. So now it's her, me, empty seat. And now I'm like, I can't just be this close with an empty seat. I look like the biggest weirdo now. So I get back up and I scoot back over. Like,
As you can see, he was not in his own head at all
Nothing-
about any of this interaction.
nothing suspicious. But I felt like everybody was looking at me. Everybody knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody saw me double switch seats. What kind of person double switches seats? That's what they all thought.
Nobody thought that.
That's what I thought they thought.
Least of all me. So then he figures out his seating situation. I'm still oblivious, minding my own business, enjoying. I think I was listening to Dashboard Confessional and playing solitaire.
The classics.
And they start doing the like safety thing as we're taxiing.
And so I'm like trying to make her laugh. I'm like, hey, they're doing the
Because he's been on like a million flights at this point with like deployments and yada yada.
hyperbole.
So he's very familiar with the spiel.
Yeah, it's a spiel. And I'm trying to make her laugh
Yeah.
because I'm hoping, hey, if I can get her to smile, maybe one of those little smiles will come towards me.
Yeah, so he's like trying to like like saying all the little things, and I'm like, what?
That's actually what I was saying.
So funny. And then I put the headphone back in because I'm trying my best to mind my business, and I go back to scrolling, and then he keeps going, and it's rude to just have him doing his whole bit and not be an audience member. So I'm like, oh. So eventually I'm like, this guy's not gonna leave me alone. He's not gonna shut up. So I
Well,
take
if you asked, I really would have. If you were like, hey, I'm just trying to chill, like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I wasn't that worried about it. I just didn't want to be the initiator.
But
guess.
I do get a little bit of a hard time.
Hmm?
I know I mentioned it. I'll wait.
Yeah. So I take out my headphones, and now the conversation has actually begun. So
Oh, so it is a time.
So he starts
People
asking
give me a
questions.
hard time that I'm harassing you while you had your headphones in.
They do?
They're like, bro, you can't be doing that.
Oh,
was like,
this
we're-
was way
I was
long
like,
ago.
I was like, we're married, it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't
this
worry
was
about
like,
it.
I mean, I know that's a thing in like, when you're at the gym, if a girl has her headphones on, don't try to talk to her, don't
For
try
sure.
to get at her. But like, I was on a plane, and this was like many, many years ago. This was in 2009.
Is
so
when you were allowed to harass
You were
women.
allowed to harass people with headphones in, okay? It was not that big a deal. Chillax.
You're never allowed to harass women with headphones or not. Just so
Whoa!
just so we're
That's
clear.
a different story, but we'll talk
that's
about
not
that.
even appropriate.
I don't even know what you're thinking
I
of.
am thinking of a flight to Boston.
That's hilarious, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, so I take my headphones out. The conversation starts. I don't know what your opening line was per se, but I do know. I just want to get this knocked
I think
down.
it was, how you doing?
Okay. I was dressed for a 5-hour flight plus layovers, okay? I was comfy. I
Yeah.
was not looking
She
for
looked great.
a husband this day. So
She looked comfortable.
I had no makeup on. I had my hair in a sloppy ponytail. I had a literal ski jacket on, and I didn't even come from skiing. It just was the jacket that I chose to wear that day. I think it was like laundry day. No, I was traveling. I had all my nice like cute clothes packed, right? So I'm just wearing my whatever clothes for the airplane.
Yeah.
I have my jeans that fit, but nothing else. Like they're not your favorite jeans. I had socks with monkeys and bananas on them, because those were the ones that were clean. And I had actually pretty awesome shoes that a friend had made for me. It had a musical staff on it with a song that we sang.
I always get it wrong. Faith.
It was
Very good.
very good. She's incredible. She's an artsy.
I love all your friends. They're the best.
I have great friends. Okay, so I am looking away. So and
fantastic.
side note, I also had my nails done. And
Yeah, they were great.
This was again 2009, different fashion era, but it was very trendy at this time to have Frenches done with a flower on your ring finger. So I had a flower on my ring finger that comes into play later.
Is it later? Is it already later?
I don't know. Go ahead.
We're making small talk.
Yep. You're asking
Very
about the monkeys
small.
on my socks.
Very small talk.
Yes.
Because I'm just trying to talk to you, and you're like boring much. Like that.
Not.
I was like, hey, I got everything to talk about. If you want to talk about anything, and you're like, yeah.
You honestly were a great conversationalist.
Yeah, I try my best.
You're great.
Thanks.
You
know what? And I'll do this for the camera for y'all. What you guys can tell, my eye's not always the straightest. Right?
Oh, yeah.
During this whole flight, I straightened it just like this.
You look crazy like that.
Yeah, maybe I do, but guess what? I was just talking to her like this because I can straighten it for a few, not necessarily minutes, but it just makes my vision not quite, it makes it blurry.
Yeah.
But I can straighten it for a while.
Yeah, he had it straight for the whole flight. I did not
She didn't know. So I was a little self-conscious about it, so I was like not trying to like, you know,
yeah.
I don't want to hurt my chances. Like, if you find out that my eyes are weird later, I'm like,
I've already bagged you.
Yeah. You already made your bad decisions.
Yeah, so he was talking to me with his straight eye. He was asking me questions about my clothes. He was asking me
Straight eye.
What's the queer eye for the straight eye?
Move it along.
Okay, sorry. So he's asking about my clothes. He's asking about my interests. He just shared that he'd just been snowboarding, and he asked me if I went snowboarding. I was like, oh no, I go skiing.
Not yet.
Okay,
we're not there yet. So, the lunch lady, the lunch lady comes down.
Stewardess.
Yeah. The lunch lady comes down. And she's passing out. Is it pretzels or peanuts?
Pretzels, both. You have the option.
Yeah, it was options. I don't remember what I did. I think I did peanuts. That's classic.
You did do peanuts. I did pretzels because I
think
didn't know yet.
I think they're candy coated.
They are.
So
they're
good.
honey roasted.
So good. I'll buy them. Even though you get them for free at the airport, I'll buy them.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how good they are.
Yeah, they are.
Anyways. So she's, hey, you guys want some of this? And I say, yes, and a drink. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll take the pretzels. And then I'm like, you want pretzels and no drink? So I was like, hey, can you give her a water? If she doesn't drink it, it's not a big deal, but I think she's gonna want a water with her pretzels.
They're salty.
They're salty. Now, two things with this. One, I was trying to continue the conversation as she continually tried to shut down the conversation, but not in a way that was like, I'm shutting it down, but like, it was like, is this the end of the conversation? No. Okay. Is this the end of, maybe.
I think that's how you were sensing it. I don't know if that's where I was at.
I don't know if that's where you're at, but I was just trying my best to be interesting. And I thought, hey, if I can get her water and she can drink it, I can say, hey, I knew you were going to want that water.
Glad I got it for you.
I'm glad I got it for you. I'm such a gentleman.
Which, to his credit, did impress me. I did like it that he ordered for me. I liked it that he considered that could be a potential need that I had, because I was just kind of like, I don't know if this is all girls, but I was just self-conscious about asking for things that I wanted / needed. So I was like, no, just the pretzels is fine. I don't want to put you out to ask for a drink. And he was like,
but she's the lunch lady. She'll get you a drink,
just
dude.
ask for water. So he got me a water, and it was very appreciated. I did feel very cared for in that moment. And then, can I say?
Not yet.
Okay.
Then around this time frame, because we still had a lot of conversations in this moment, I think that's when I asked, are you married?
You never asked if I was married.
Oh, I just thought you were.
You did think I was married.
So now that, okay, we're about this range where I thought, because her ring fingers, I was like, maybe she's married, but she doesn't have a ring.
I did have a ring. So
Oh,
I did. I had the decorated fingies, But I also had one ring on, and it was on my left hand.
Is that Miss Marriage hand?
Yeah, it was.
Not yet. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Why do you keep trying to say things?
I don't know.
We're not there yet.
Okay, where are we?
I had to go to the bathroom.
He did get up to go to the bathroom, and when he got up to go to the bathroom, the stewardess passed by me, and I said, "Hey," because I'm like trying to get him back now. I'm like, "Hey, will you refill his Sprite?
Yep.
Because he got me water. He's so sweet. Like, will you get that for him?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, of course, no problem." And I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna surprise him. He's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I have a drink. Where did this come from?" But that's sassy Sally.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the restroom. It opens up. It's my turn. The lady comes and talks to me. She's like, "Oh, your friend told me to get you a drink." And I was like, "Oh, she's so sweet. How kind of her. Isn't she the best?" And then she's like, "Yeah, she's so nice." And I'm like, "She is so nice." And so I knew about the drink instantly. And then so I went to the restroom, definitely washed my hands, got back in my seat. Just so you all know, it's part of the story. I said, okay. And then I washed my hands.
Thank you for that story.
So I went to go sit back down.
Yes.
And you were like, you had such
not.
the grin.
I was
You
not.
have the same grin right now. And you think you're so sneaky. And it was so funny because you're like, "Good sweat." I was like, "Oh, you got me a drink?" Yeah, she told me.
He
and
did.
you're like,
He did. It deflated
she was
me.
so upset.
I was sad. I was deflated.
It
I
was
was like, I'm supposed to be surprised.
So
It's okay.
we're talking
We
for a little
forgive
bit
the
more.
stewardess.
We love you, lunch lady. So, okay, now your favorite part of the story.
Okay, so we're talking about.
So we're talking about a little bit more.
Yes.
I'm talking about snowboarding stuff.
Yes.
Hey, I hear us a couple of hilarious videos. Do you
Yes.
ever, I'm thinking, you ever want to go snowboarding with me sometimes since I'm a pro now?
Pro. Yeah, and I'm like.
4 days in.
I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do go to the snow kind of often. I actually
Can I-
ski. No.
I think I
but
could say it.
when we go, we stay in my boyfriend's cabin.
Yeah, exactly right. Boyfriend. She said it like that. In my boyfriend's cabin.
No, I didn't.
And his rich old family. I was like, oh.
I did
You know
make
what?
sure that
Listen, hold on. Can you hold on a second?
Okay,
You're
go.
getting real excited.
Okay, go.
Here's what happened. After she said, "I have a boyfriend." So true. She said it just like that also. And I was like, oh, she said it in such a way. I was like, oh, I'm flirting too much. I backed off considerably after that. Am I wrong, Doug?
I don't know. What I do know is the way that I actually said it, because I was looking for an
I have a
opportunity
boyfriend.
in this conversation to mention it in a place that it wouldn't be super weird. Okay, that was literally on my whole goal list for this conversation. I was like, I have to make sure that I draw a boundary and let him know, hey, I am taken. Like, this is a nice conversation. I appreciate, you making my flight pleasant. But just so you know, like, yeah, I ski, but when I go skiing, I stay at my boyfriend's family's cabin. And I said it like that. And I want you to remember how he envisioned his whole seat scenario, okay? He's
listen.
in his head. I
Listen.
did not say it weird.
Hold
He
on.
heard it weird
No, I
because
didn't.
he was pushing.
No, I didn't.
Go ahead.
I have something to say.
Okay.
I have something to say. Be with me, you guys. Listen to this. She was like, "I have a boyfriend," which we know that's true. We all, come on. And now with the seat changing thing. Imagine you're across the seat watching me do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is not.
It's gonna fall.
It's not nearly as close as it looks.
It's literally on the edge. Sorry.
So, if you were the person across the way watching this scenario play out, where I'm sweet talking and seat switching,
Oh yeah.
100% that guy's like, what a dweeb.
Dweeb.
And I was doing my best.
Yeah.
And then I was pushing a little too hard. And you said, hey, by the way, out of nowhere, I have a boyfriend. Just like that.
Okay.
Admit that's all true.
That's not true. But that's fine. So apparently he backed off. Honestly,
I did back off.
I didn't see a change, but I also didn't feel like
My
imposed
emotions
on.
backed off.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't feel imposed on. And to be fair, he also before that point, because of my rings and my nails, thought that I was married.
I was also being respectful.
He was
of
very
that,
respectful.
but I didn't know she was or wasn't married, so I was just being flirty.
Yes. So he was just being very friendly, conversational. From that point, I think you did show me videos of your
snowboarding and falling.
Yes.
Which I don't even know if I have any of those anymore.
I bet you do on your computer. But those were really fun. I feel like you also won bonus points there for like vulnerability, because like who wants to show this girl that they're trying to get at, like, look at me fall in the snow. I'm
a very vulnerable guy.
How athletic of me. And then I showed him pictures that I had on my digital camera, because that was the age, of a birthday party that we had thrown for one of my very nerdy friends. I was very nerdy, but a little wilder. But I had very nerdy friends. And one of my nerdy friends, we threw him a wild birthday with all sorts of paraphernalia that made him extremely uncomfortable. It was hilarious. So I was super excited to have an audience, a captive audience.
And it was funny. Where's this guy going to go? He's going to change seats again? I don't think so.
So we did all of that. And then, I don't know if you have anything else before the flight ended.
So the flight was coming to a close.
It was only like an hour flight.
Like an hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't super long.
And 42 seconds. So who's counting?
Yeah. And so at that point, I know the flight is ending. I know that this connection will most likely die if I don't do anything to preserve it.
Also, we were the very last people on the plane.
We let everybody else
So we were
go.
just talking. Everybody was getting off around us. They were all leaving. And we were just chatting. And this is one of those flights where everyone had to get off the plane.
Yeah.
And you had to reboard different planes.
Yeah.
So everybody eventually was
I don't think that's true. I think I stayed on that plane.
You were the only one?
I was the only one carrying over to the next flight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they were just waiting on you.
Okay. Oops. Okay, so I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So I finally was getting up to leave. You were like...
Hold on. It was even before you got up. It was way before you got up.
What?
I remember, like, I don't even think it was that moment yet. You were talking at me, and I got out my little notebook, and I wrote my little thing that said, "You're way too cool to not talk to again." I wrote my number,
have that.
and I handed it to him.
I have it in my drawer back here.
He does. It's also on my Instagram if you want to see it.
Okay, so she hands it to me. Oh, thank you. Oh, a girl's number and her beautiful name. I wonder if I can ruin this. I think to myself, I wonder if I can ruin this. So you know what I do? I ask for her email. I go, hey, thanks for your number. Can I have your email? And then she's like, oh man, I just messed up giving this serial killer my number.
I was like, sure, okay. I didn't think that it was weird. I also...
I instantly regretted it. As soon as I said it, I was like, what are you doing?
I didn't think it was weird at all. Maybe I'm the weird one. I was just like, sure, I don't know.
What kind of person asks for someone's email when they just gave you their cell phone number?
I don't know.
Oh, weirdo. That's who.
Yeah, so I give him my number. The plane lands. Everybody else leaves. We're chit-chatting. I think he was like, well, I really, I gotta go, blah, blah, blah. And the stewardess had assumed, because I think she knew that I was staying. I think she assumed that you were staying too, because when you got up to leave, she's like, "Oh, I thought you guys were traveling together."
Yeah.
Like I think that was the amount of like.
And then you liked that a lot. And I went to leave, and she went for a hug, and I said,
"No, I just hoped for a hug."
And I said, "Put her there, fella."
He did. He shook my hand. I was so sad. I was like, and he here.
Listen,
hold on. I have to tell them something.
Can I say something?
No, hold on.
Listen to this. She said, "I have a boyfriend." I'm not gonna hug no lady that says she had a boyfriend.
Which, thank you. I respect and honor and appreciate
so
that.
So I shook her hand.
But you don't understand. This man had just gotten back from deployment. He was yoked. Okay? He was really, really buff. And I was like, that would be so nice if I could just, no, okay.
And I said, no, do it again. Yeah, what's up, dog? Keep it real.
I was so sad, but obviously, like, heart sad, brain, like, that makes sense. What a respectful gentleman. He
Honestly,
exited with honor.
Now, looking back, it probably gave me more brownie
It
points.
for sure did.
Even though it was like, it kept you waiting. Kept you like,
I was so
what a
upset.
jerk.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
going to say, okay, go.
And then I get off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
You stay on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, oh man, I got my baggage. I'm outside. I'm waiting for my ride. And then I'm like, I really need to use this email that I asked for like a dunce. So I get on my email
Yeah.
and I write you an email.
You do.
And I was like,
I still have it
hey,
somewhere.
paraphrasing, hey, I just wanted to make sure I was able to write you right away. This is why I asked for your email. Da 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 da.
He didn't say all that.
But the basics.
That was why
that
you
was-
sent it.
that
It was
was-
so that you had justification for it. But
And
the email
I'm
was
not-
very normal.
I'm not
Sorry.
done. I hope the rest of your flight is terrible, and I hope you sit next to people that are terrible, and I was the best part of your trip.
I think you did say that.
It was funny. It was like jokey.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
He's
exact
a funny
wording.
man. I don't know if
I'm
you
the
can
funny-
tell.
I'm the funny man. Come on, funny man. Tell me a joke, funny man. Now, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, that. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
You received the said email
I did. Okay, so
and a layover
hold on. I
in
have to.
Arizona.
This is a technological marvel for this time period. I need you to understand this. I had an LG chocolate phone, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it was a super cute phone. But this was way before like smartphones and having access to internet all the time. For some reason, somehow, for $15 a month, I was able to use the internet on my little chocolate phone, and so I went on and I checked my email at my layover. I think it was in Ohio, if I remember.
It was Ohio. I thought it
or
was
Indianapolis.
Arizona. I thought it was Arizona.
I
for some
don't
reason.
know because there were different layovers on the way back. I was somewhere. It might have been Arizona.
I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
And so I check it, and he had emailed me, and I was like, "Oh, that's so nice." So I emailed him back, and I was like, "Oh, that's."
She said,
pleasant."
"Sorry, I was sitting next to someone that was awesome,
Yeah, it was a
and
teacher.
it was a nice old lady,
Yeah,
and she was amazing.
she was.
But
very nice.
you were still a very great part of my trip.
I did. I think I said
It was
you were
something-
still better.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah,
But it was like, sorry, you're not the only good part of my trip, but you were pretty good. Or something like that.
yeah. And then, how far are we going in this story? Because the airplane is really the moment, but we have like 8 more minutes.
I think we can tell up to our first date. I mean, tell you to get back on the plane.
Yeah. Okay.
So you had a wonderful trip.
I
Okay.
had a wonderful trip.
Well, that's not really how this conversation started, though. So you got to your brother's.
Yes,
You guys were having a great time.
we did. I gotta tell the tea.
Go.
Okay, we're doing this, guys. Okay, this is the part that everybody like in the Instagram reel did not understand why he didn't ask for my number because I didn't put it in the Instagram reel. But I'm telling you, that was why. It was because I had a boyfriend. This boyfriend I'd had for 3.5 years, long-term relationship. And I get to my brother's house. I go to call the boyfriend because I'm like, I should tell him that I landed and everything went smoothly because I hadn't completely sold my heart to this man.
Of course.
And I go to call him, and I kid you not, a female answers the phone. A female answers the phone, and I say, hey, can I talk to my then boyfriend? And she goes, sorry, he can't come to the phone right now. He's too high. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. Because we had kind of like an unspoken agreement that like I am not a fan of drugs and alcohol. That is not my jam or my jelly. I grew up in a household fraught with addiction, so that was not my preference. And so the fact that not only had I like literally left in the soonest opportunity of me leaving, he got high, but he was apparently at a place where females had access to his phone. So it was a moment for sure. But you know what? I have to tell you the secret.
We're married.
I wasn't that sad because this guy was texting me. So I just kept texting him. And he was very polite. He was so polite through text. I thought he was not interested. I was like, why did the man go through all of this work to secure not only my email, but also my phone number, to text me and be bored with me and whatever I'm saying? So I just was
I
like,
wasn't
okay, whatever.
It
He
wasn't
just texts like a boy. And then at some point, he goes, hey, can I
Hey,
call
do you mind if I just call you?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's why I gave you my number,
Right.
you weirdo.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, okay. You're the one emailing me back instead of texting me.
I was trying to communicate with you on the planes that you felt comfortable. Okay.
Okay.
So we did. We talked on the phone. That first night.
The planes, that's funny though.
I know, it was good. Okay, and so we talked on the phone, I think the whole night. I think whatever time we got on the phone.
A handful of nights. And
yeah, but
the
the
rest
first
of the week.
night, yeah, we talked the entire night. I don't think he slept at all that entire week.
Well, because you had a time change too. So
Yeah.
you would still get a few hours of sleep.
I would.
And I would get basically
Then.
1.5 hours of sleep and then get up at 4 and then go do what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a difficult week for me.
That has been the pattern of our entire relationship, is him sacrificing sleep for me. Sorry about that.
It does happen. It's all right.
It's a love language to reward him with naps.
Apparently. Oh, I thought you were going to say a love language for me to give up sleep.
Yeah. And
Both.
I reciprocate by rewarding you with naps.
That's so nice.
Yeah, you don't accept, but that's okay.
When I lay down, I just
just
pass
crash.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways.
Okay, so the end of the week comes. I'm getting ready to get on the flight to go back home.
And you have a layover, a few
I
of them.
have a layover. I have a few layovers because cheap flights.
And you're like, oh.
One of them was in Las Vegas.
And I said, oh, that's interesting.
So I was on the phone with him, getting ready, doing whatever, packing, whatever. I'm like, you know what would be so funny?
I have a layover at like, let's say 6 or something.
Yeah, I have a layover at like 6 in Vegas. It would be so funny if you just came and saw me. Ha 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 ha.
My layover's at 6, my flight's at 7 or something like that.
And he goes, okay.
So I get in the car.
He did. I hear him after I say this. Like, he's like running around, like he's packing a backpack. He's saying goodbye to his mom. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm driving. You said you wanted to see me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
That's what you said.
That's wild. So he
So,
did.
I did a small trip,
Just a little
from
like,
San Diego.
6-hour trip.
a little San Diego trip to
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, we did talk. I think I was in Indianapolis. I don't know. I'm gonna stop saying. I was at my first layover, and I called him to see how he was doing on his drive.
And I was doing great.
He was happy as a clam. He was singing, "My Girl."
Yeah, I was thinking this is before the voice situation
Yeah.
where I thought I used to be able to sing.
You
Now I
sing
know.
fine.
Yeah, but now I know I can't.
No, you just have more gravel now. That's not a bad thing. We love gravelly voices.
That's still low.
Also a fantastic song.
That is a great song. No, but I can't sing right now.
Yeah, but he
Bear
sang
with
just
me.
fine then. And so it was really cute. He was all excited in the car singing My Girl, driving to see me in Vegas. So my flight gets delayed by like 30 minutes. So now I have like 30 minutes
Max.
to exit the flight, get through,
Dab up your boy.
yeah, say hi to him, go back through security, get to my gate, and get on my flight.
And mind you, she told me that, but I was like, well, I'm only an hour and a half away now, whatever.
Yeah. So I did exit security. I did find him.
So let me tell you some things. This is
Let me
important
tell
to me.
something to you.
Let me tell you something to you. Like, this is important. I had a whole thing of quarters in my car.
We're not even there yet.
I am there because I had to get parking.
You did get parking.
I put all these quarters
That's true.
in this parking meter at the airport.
Yep.
I loaded that baby up.
Yep.
I was there for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, to see you,
Yeah.
say hi to you,
Yep.
dab you up,
Yep.
small hug.
Only. I will say he was talking up his hugs pretty good.
Yeah, I was.
After me missing the hug, I don't even think I told him, like, man, I really wish you would have hugged me. I don't think I said that. Maybe I did. I don't know.
You probably did.
And then, so the whole week, he's like, I am a pretty great hugger. So then when
You know, if you
drove-
sneak, I will tell you this: if you sneak peek anybody's phone calls
I know.
at the beginning of their relationship
It's
when they're trying to
cringe.
talk sweet,
Oh,
it's cringe.
It is.
So my bad. Don't judge me too much. You all been there. You ain't impressing me.
Yeah. So yeah, when I did see him, I remember like walking up to him and then like it was like a movie moment, like hugging him and like the camera circling. I was like, oh, it is an amazing hug. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, worth it.
Was a great hug.
Anyways, and then we
Then we separated.
talked basically
Yeah, that is true.
for the next 30 minutes.
Nah, it was way less than that.
It was not. It felt like a
no,
long time.
it was-
We were really
No, straight up, it was like
the most.
the whole thing was like
It felt like
17
an hour.
minutes.
It felt like an hour.
It was like 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, you also got stuck behind the slowest person
Okay,
in the
yeah.
world.
So I finally am like, okay, like peeling myself away. Like, I guess I have to get on this stupid flight.
Yeah.
So I go to security to go through to get to my gate, and there's a man in front of me. Isn't this always the time? A man in front of me with a tube of toothpaste, and he's like,
He's debating whether he should use it,
TSA
throw it away.
is like, you have to throw it away or you have to ship it to yourself. And he's standing there with his wife. Glenda, what do you think we should do? And I'm like, I have to go.
So right here, we're going to pause this. You have now finally entered this gate after
Yes,
forever.
I did.
I walk out to my car.
He does.
I leave.
I find out that the gate that I'm supposed to go to is literally the farthest gate
So
from
she's
the
going
security
to her
checkpoint.
gate. I have just gotten into my car.
Right.
You notice that your gate is shut down.
No, I run up to my gate, and it's like in the movies, yet again, they're sweeping the terminal, and nobody's there. And so I walk up to the little, like, kiosk thing, and I'm like, hi, I think I missed my flight. And she's like, oh, are you Autumn Presley? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, we called for you like 16 times. I was like, I'm really sorry about that. I get like really low blood sugar and I had to go find food. She's like, your standby flight is at 5 a.m. Have a good night.
Yeah.
So and then
hold
I
on.
have nowhere to be
Right.
until 5 a.m. and I'm in an
So,
airport in Vegas.
Hold on. I left.
You did.
I get a phone call.
You did.
I just left the airport. Maybe I'm still on the property.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that close.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I missed my flight.
Yep.
And I was like, no, you didn't. And then she's like, yes, I did.
I for
And
sure
I
did.
said, no, you didn't.
I for sure.
And then you said, yeah, I did. And I'm like, fine. So I turned back around. Guess what? I had spent more quarters on parking. Man, if you just would have told me you missed your flight earlier, I would have been fine. I already had 80 quarters into this machine. Anyway,
So
so I wasted all my quarters
did.
on double parking.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
He's not salty about it at all these years later. So don't worry about him. You never did
You
earn
still-
those quarters back.
You still owe me. You still owe me like $6 in quarters.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go hang out with this dude.
No, then you were like, I don't know what to do. Where are my bags?
Well, yeah.
I have to call my
Well,
mom.
hold
I
on.
gotta figure this out.
I did. I called my mom.
You were freaking out.
I was. I called my mom, and my mom's like, girl, because my mom was literally already at the airport waiting for me to land. And so she's like, whatever, fine. I'll just go home, I guess, and see you in the morning. And then, like, I don't know. She goes,
What happened?
whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And I'm like, okay, bye, Mom. And I hang up the phone. And then I call the boyfriend, and he suddenly really wants to talk. We haven't talked all week. He really wants to talk.
He's a
like,
sweetheart.
don't worry. You're going to be in the airport all alone all night. I want to make sure that I can stay on the phone with you, make sure you're okay.
The guy's
And
a
I'm
real
like,
sweetheart.
thanks. I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to go sleep in a corner somewhere. And so then I like hang up the phone and like immediately like walk into his arms and I'm like, please help me. I don't know where my luggage is going.
Right. So we talked to the airplane people.
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, your bag's going to be there. We already marked it.
Mm-hmm.
This is all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is your flight tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Here's all the things you're going to need.
Yep.
See you tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. And then
So-
we're on an escalator going down and he goes, do you like breakfast for dinner?
True, I did say that.
And I said, yeah.
I said, let's go to Denny's.
I was like, I'd
Are
go
we-
anywhere with you. I don't know.
Yeah. So I take the car that I've already parked twice with all of my quarters, and I'm like, I got some pocket change. I guess I'll take her to dinner. I'll take her to breakfast dinner. She loves pancakes, and I think that's why I asked you to go to breakfast foods, because I knew you loved pancakes.
I thought it was because it was midnight and that was the only thing that was open
Everything's open
in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Okay.
No, but I actually am not 100% sure why we picked it.
I don't know.
But it was fine.
It was a great pick.
We pull in.
Yep.
We park.
Mm-hmm.
We go inside.
Yep.
We get a booth.
We do get a booth.
Very lovely. We're one of the only patrons in that place at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I order something very small.
Mm-hmm.
You ordered a whole table's worth of food. Dude, you guys, let me tell you this. There must have been 87 plates.
Oh my goodness. No, there wasn't.
There was 87 plates, and she kept getting extras.
I've been
Guess
hold on.
Guess what? Hold, can I tell you
Okay,
one
go
thing?
ahead.
I want to tell something to you.
Mhm.
She ate one bite and was like, I'm pretty parched.
That part's true.
So the whole table covered in food that she ordered.
So first of all, I got moons over my hammy. Okay?
Plus,
Delicious. I may, at most, okay, I'm on a first date. I may have gotten pancakes.
Yeah, did.
Maybe.
She
okay?
did. And
Now, when
with a
this
side of
man-
pancakes and a side of
Nope.
sausage and a side of bacon.
When this man he orders a lumberjack slam, which is already 2 plates. Plus, I think he got a side of like, I don't know, sausage or bacon or whatever meat doesn't
That was
normally
yours.
come with that.
That was yours.
Plus a waffle or whatever else this man got.
That's
okay?
a lie.
The plates were his.
That's a
now
dirty
I
lie.
will
I do like waffles though.
concede. I did have one bite, and the butterflies, they were so bad I could not eat anything else. And he's like, well, are you gonna get a box? I'm like, no, there is not a chance I'm going to be able to consume any of this food. I literally can hardly breathe at this point.
You guys, we were finished with everything, right? It was all loaded up. I ate my meal. She's like, hey, can I get an extra meal to pour on top of this? I ain't paying.
You know he's lying. He's just a liar. It's fine. He's just a liar.
Can I tell you one thing?
Go ahead.
The whole table was
The
full
whole
of food.
table. Mhm.
And you didn't eat nothing.
Nothing. I didn't eat a bite.
I was like,
Which
what?
did mean
I said,
that
why did you even order anything?
later on my blood sugar did crash, and he
Right.
did have to run away to the,
Spend more of my quarters, honestly.
to the what is it called? The
Concession stand?
it's
No,
not
no,
a
no.
concession stand. A vendor. A vending machine.
Vending machine. A vendor. A vendor machine. What are you, like 900 years old? A vending machine.
And he got me powdered donuts
And a Sprite.
and a Sprite.
Or a 7-Up. I think it was a Sprite.
I don't know what it was. It might have been a 7.
It was clear.
It was a clear soda, and that got me through. And then this man stayed up all night.
Thank you.
He
Yes.
says.
There was, oh my, are you going to seriously do that?
No, because we have 3 minutes.
Okay, there's a little bit of contention. She says I fell asleep and she stayed up all night. And
He was
I
snoring.
said, hold on. That's a lie. I do snore, but I didn't that night because I was awake while you were sleeping.
Oh.
And she slept I think she slept the whole night and I stayed up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask who's been sacrificing sleep their entire relationship, that's me, baby. If you think I started off with sleep, that's why I'm trying to make it up, lies.
That's fair, mostly.
And then I got you to the airport.
He did get me to the airport right on
You
time.
got in.
I was so sad. I just have to say, I was so sad leaving. I remember walking with you through the parking garage back to the airport, and my heart was just sinking. I was like, I may never see this man again, and I was so sad. And
I have good news. We're married.
we're married, so it worked out. And the fun part is, and I will just say this, and then nothing else ever, unless anybody asks, but that flight that I was about to get on was taking me directly home, where I was going directly to my best friend's house, my sister's house, and we were going to be doing a garage sale for a project that a community project that I was working on.
We love
And
Cassie.
guess who was there? The boyfriend. He was there to help. So that was really awkward.
He's a great guy.
It was so awkward. I saw pictures from that day. Hilarious. Okay, so that is the
They
story
broke
of
up
how
a
we
few
met.
weeks later.
We did. It's a bit of a story as well, but I think that we're good on the storytelling. So I did want to kind of close this out by telling you why we're taking so much time telling our story. And I've always believed that like the way that you believe and think about your relationship matters, like your thoughts matter way more than you realize. But recently I saw a study that was done that was able to undo relationships, like feelings of love, within 12 minutes by changing the way participants thought about their relationship. And I thought that was such a powerful study, and that was such a powerful finding. And it really kind of, aside from just
What
kind
do you
of
mean undo love? Like you really love someone and after 12 minutes you no longer love them?
yeah, like they basically, I'll have to get like the details, but basically I think they even had them like write a letter to them or something, and then they started kind of picking apart their story and just kind of like undoing the perspective that they had. And then by the end of it, they like totally altered the letter, and they like had like these like way like sadder feelings and like way less markers of connection. It was really interesting. Like I said, I'll have
I
to
want to
find
look
the
into
study.
it
Yeah.
because this feels terrible to do to someone.
I know. I read it and I was like, that is legit so scary. That is so scary to me. So, but at the same time, like, as scary as that is on the negative, like, to think
It
about
must be a
positive.
similarly positive.
Right. Like,
Right.
how impactful
Maybe
it
they
must
should have
be.
did that study.
Right. How impactful it must be when you think positively about your relationship and you kind of get sucked into
The
thinking that
positivity.
you're a part of this like whirlwind romance. And like our circumstances are pretty incredible, but I don't think every story has to have all of these elements in order to be like a fantastical love story. I think
But I
it's
think
just how
most of our stories is a story, even though like almost nothing happened. If
Right.
you really break it down into like a thing, like when they break it down, like okay, you
sat
just
next
so
to a guy.
yeah.
Right. So you can take the whimsy out of it. You
Yeah,
can take the
for
magic
sure.
out of it. But I
Or
think
you could put the magic back in.
yeah, and then you have like this beautiful base and like love story and like, oh, we were like destined to be, and I really believe that. Like I have told myself that narrative and that story so many times. I really and truly believe it, and I think that it is the foundation for the joy and the commitment
Whimsy.
and whimsy and like destiny that we have both kind of bought into and feed. Like we are still telling a story of our love, I think, even to this day. So
We just did it.
we just did it. So thank you guys so much for being here. We hope that you enjoyed the story. If you can, please like this video, share it with a friend if you think that they would enjoy the story, and then down below in the comments, tell us your favorite part of the story or the moment where you were like, I don't know if there's any moments like that in this part, but tell us your favorite part. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to Intimate Knowing, and have a great day, night, time. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.